Cheers, everyone. Welcome to the New Populist. I am Dave Brown, and we have some inflation news that looks pretty bad. It has been consistently over 8% for the last 4 months. And on this day, where we get the report for August, where inflation is 8.3%, in a very Orwellian fashion, we have Joe Biden celebrating the Inflation Reduction Act. And that really just exemplifies the clown world we're living in, where we have this out of control inflation, and our dementia ridden president is actually trying to celebrate this. And his office is doing the best to spin this news. Their tactic has been, instead of listing the inflation rate, they list the rate of change. So it was 9.1% in, I think, June. August it was, or July it was 8.5. Now it's 8.3. So in their world, inflation is actually dropping because the rate of change is dropping. And of course, that's just nonsense. That's just playing with statistics to sort of give yourself a better look, right? And so what exactly is the solution for combating inflation? Well, we have two different tools. We have the Federal Reserve, interest rates, monetary tools, and we have fiscal tools. And what they're trying to say right now is this fiscal tool, this bill, this will help to lower inflation. Now, can you use fiscal tools to lower inflation? Yes, you can. The problem is, to do that, you need politicians to pass bills and take action that 95% of politicians don't want to take, because it will hurt their reelection chances. Because when you bring down inflation, usually someone gets hurt when that happens. And that's why this bill doesn't actually do that. It's just a handout to a lot of the cronies on the left. So what's actually going to happen is interest rates will be used to control inflation. And we've seen the Federal Reserve slowly raise those interest rates. Now, will they raise them again before the midterm elections? My guess is maybe, but I don't think they want to raise them too much and have too big a market correction, or not a market correction, but a reaction from the markets, because we saw with the inflation news that the Dow dropped 1,000. But they want to raise it, but they don't want to shake the boat too much and cause the economy to so again, we're already in recession, but they don't want more economic chaos before the midterm elections, because as we know, the government works together, and you can bet that the Federal Reserve is on the side of the Democrats. And they're supposed to be a impartial, nonpartisan organization. But as we know, there's no such thing as a person in government who is just nonpartisan. It doesn't exist. So we will see inflation at some point be checked, but it will not be done by the Inflation Reduction Act. It will be done by the Federal Reserve. And here's the annoying part, the part that's really going to just stick it in, right? When we do have inflation finally come down, because the interest rates were moved upwards by the Federal Reserve, Biden and the Democrats and the media are going to claim it was because of the Inflation Reduction Act, because most people can't actually draw connections between what's causing inflation to come down and the actual action that caused it to happen, because there's a delay. It's not right away. There's a delay. And if you don't understand how monetary economics work, you're not going to necessarily see this. And it will allow this propaganda opportunity for the Democrats. Probably sometime, I guess, next year, we're going to see the inflation really come down if the Federal Reserve acts and raises those interest rates. But again, it will have nothing to do with any fiscal policies by the federal government. If you think this insane left-wing Democrat government is actually going to pass bills to bring down inflation, you are out of your mind. And but again, we'll see what the Federal Reserve does. Pay attention. We have 2 months to the midterms, And with 8.3% inflation, they might want to raise them, but again, they don't want to affect the election. So we'll have to see what they do. Well, that's it for now. Again, if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.